everybody!
Hey!
Check out these cool shirts!
Whoop, whoop.
Aren't they awesome?
They are pretty cool.
These are from geekygoodies.com and they've been sent to us to feature on the channel. I love the design on mine. It's so cool and colorful and pretty. You can get designs from geekygoodies.com on tons of stuff. They've got it on clothes, everything from t-shirts and hoodies to mugs, posters. You can get face masks. They have all kinds of cool designs, and they even have licensed designs, like from the Dice Tower.
And John Gets Games.
And from Pair of Dice Paradise, among others. They've got tons of licensed products. They also have a lot of just really neat original designs, and they have a bunch of board game related stuff, but they also have some just sort of generally geeky sort of designs. They've got tons and tons and tons of cool stuff on the site. I absolutely love my shirt. And
yeah, mine's pretty cool too.
Yeah, they're super easy to care for. It's wash and wear, so I just threw it in the wash machine, threw it in the dryer, pulled it on, bam. It's awesome. It's comfortable. I love it.
Oh yeah.
So thank you so much to Geeky Goodies for sending us some shirts to feature on our channel. You're awesome and we appreciate you. So check them out at geekygoodies.com to get shirts like these or other cool things.
Awesome. Well, until next time, we'll talk to you guys later. Bye. Hey everybody, and on today's vlog, we're playing The Godfather Corleone's Empire by Come On Games with minis painted by Vernon Piper from the Dice Tower. Let's get to it.
In The Godfather Corleone's Empire, 2 to 5 players control different families vying for dominance in 1950s New York. Players send out their family members and thugs to shake down businesses all over the city in order to obtain money, illegal goods, and other benefits. These can be used to accomplish different jobs for Don Corleone and to bribe allies, gaining more money and all sorts of special abilities. Turf wars give control of the various turfs to the families, granting them extra bonuses as the game progresses. Ultimately, your family's victory will be decided by the money you have. However, money in your hand must often be given as tribute to Don Corleone and doesn't count toward your victory. You must find ways to launder your money in order to stash it in your suitcase where it will be safe until the end of the game. Additional money can also be gained at the end of the game by having the most control over each turf and by completing the most jobs of each color. The family with the most money will rule New York.
Hey everybody. So, today we are playing The Godfather Corleone's Empire by Come On Games. It's an older title, but we have a little bit of a special addition to our game.
So excited about this.
Why, Sarah? Why are you so excited?
So, a little bit ago, we announced on the channel that we were going to be doing a collaboration with a miniatures painter named Vernon Piper, who is fairly well known throughout the miniatures gaming world for being a very, very talented and skilled miniatures painter. So, Vernon worked with us to paint the miniatures for 2 of our games, including The Godfather, and I am blown away by what he has done with the miniatures from this game. They look incredible. They, being painted just adds this infusion of like life and theme and I don't know, like just a more colorful, engaging vibrancy to the game, and I am so impressed with his work, and I'm so happy that our copy of The Godfather has been painted by Vernon. It looks incredible. I can't wait to show all of it to you guys. I hope that you enjoy seeing the miniatures. He's done really beautiful job with them, and like I said, it just really adds a whole nother layer of theme and I don't know, aesthetics to our copy of the game, and I'm just so pleased with it. The Godfather is probably one of my favorite worker placement games, and it is definitely my favorite area control game. Which is interesting because I have never actually seen any of the Godfather movies. I've never read the book. I don't really care about like this this universe at all. But I do really, really enjoy the mechanics in this game. And the theme is pulled through the mechanics pretty well in this one.
All right, well, show us some of the miniatures.
Okay, so I am going to be the green faction. And so here are some of my thugs. This is my Dawn. Isn't she lovely? There is some incredible detailing. I don't know if the camera is going to be able to pick it up, but there are some incredible detailing on some of these miniatures. I also have two other figures that aren't going to join us until later in the game, and that is going to be my heir and my, I can't remember what these guys are called, but they're like a helper. And then, so these are my characters for the game. We also have Don Corleone himself, as well as some sort of neutral characters that we may encounter in the game. We've got crooked cops, we have a mayor on our payroll, and a couple of other characters. We have this really cool police car, which marks in each round of the game there are several phases, and the police car is moved down a track to keep track of where you are in the game. So the police car is painted up really cool. Nick's miniatures, he's going with the red faction. So he's got some of his thugs, and then he's got his family members here.
Just look at these the pinstripes on that. That's just pretty insane. Like we were just blown away by the detail that Vernon put in the miniatures.
They're pretty small miniatures too, and he was able to like color in the lines, air quotes, you know, so well. And by painting these, by seeing them painted, there are details that I never noticed before. These came in just like the standard gray minis base, and that was fine. But with the paint, you can see details, like you can see the actual like texture of this man's sweater, or you can see like the this woman is wearing jewelry. She's got like little pieces of jewelry, and those are details that were not very well distinguished when you were just playing with just the gray based miniatures. But Vernon's painting has brought out all of those details in such glorious detail. It's such a neat elevation of this game's table presence. And I'm just stoked. Like I said, this is one of my favorite worker placement games. It is my favorite area control game. And so to have the miniatures painted up and just like, I don't know, it's just so cool. So thank you so very much to Vern. He did a fantastic job. He does do this for commission. So if you're interested in having him paint up miniatures from your games, you can check out the description below, and we'll put his
Instagram handle and his page on in the description, so you can go ahead and check out all his other stuff, because he'll paint things and he'll sell copies of games, so you can kind of just keep in mind of all his work, previous and future and forthcoming. But
he also did our copy of Clank Legacy, including like the upper management and C-team packs and stuff like that. So we will show you those miniatures in another video. For now, would you like me to tell you about The Godfather?
Yes.
Okay, so like I said, The Godfather is a worker placement and area control game set in the universe of The Godfather. In it, we are all rival families who are attempting to vie for control over different areas of New York, where we are going to be trying to sort of establish our turf, right? And we're going to do that by placing different members of our family all over New York in order to collect resources like booze and illegal guns and dirty money. And we're going to try to use those resources to complete tasks or jobs that are going to get us money, as well as maybe some special abilities or that kind of thing. So the entire purpose of the game, the whole goal of the game, is to, at the end of the game, have the most money in your suitcase. So every player has a tin suitcase that they are going to be keeping their money in. And at the end of the game, we'll add up all of the money that each player has been able to get into their suitcase throughout the course of the game, and whoever has the most money wins. So there are various things you can do to get money in the game. Like I said, you can complete jobs, you can collect it in various places in the city by sort of like shaking down businesses on your turf and that kind of thing. And then there are actions that let you actually put that money that you've gained into your suitcase. Once it's in your suitcase, it can't normally be stolen or taken from you or anything like that. So if it's in your suitcase, it's normally pretty safe. And then at the end of the game, we'll add up everything in everybody's suitcases. Whoever has the most money wins.
Yeah, because there's only a few jobs that can actually steal from your suitcase, but they're very rare and they're pretty hefty. They're pretty expensive to do.
So it's a fairly simple game. It's actually pretty quick. The box time says 60 to 90 minutes, and it probably does take about 60 to 90 minutes, but when I'm playing this game, I'm just so fully engaged that I usually don't notice the time is slipping away that much. But it's only 4 acts. They're called acts. They're rounds, 4 rounds of the game, and in each act of the game, we will go through various actions that we want to do. We can play cards, we can place miniatures, but when we run out of miniatures, that's it for us for that act. So we're out of the round when we run out of miniatures. We can't do anything else. When all players have run out of miniatures, then the act is over. We'll do a little bit of cleanup. We'll see at that point who has control over each borough or turf area, I guess. And then we will place some control markers out. We'll do, like I said, a little bit of cleanup, a little bit of maintenance, and then we'll move into the next act.
A little bribery.
Yeah, a little bribery of the police, maybe.
Police,
or
taxi.
Of local...
money launderers.
Yeah, local politicians or that kind of thing. So after we go through the 4 phases, we get one final chance to suitcase a few dollars, and then that's it. At that point, we'll see who has been able to take control over the city the most, and we'll also see who has completed the most of each type of job. Those players will get some bonuses, then we'll add up all of the cash and see who has the most.
Awesome.
So, there is more to this game, and I could actually tell you, every single thing you could do on your turn and talk about all of the options to you and what happens in the different acts and things like that. But I feel like we've already kind of talked a lot at the beginning of this, so I think we should probably get to it, and we'll come back in the mid-game.
Yeah. So we'll come back in the mid-game to talk to you guys more about everything that's going on and where we're at, who's gotten all the booze and guns, and there's actually a drugs card that's a wild. It's actually really hard to get. You can only get that when certain places come on the field. You don't start with any places that can give you the wild card right away. But yeah, so this is Corleone's Empire by Come On Games, and we'll come back to you guys in mid-game. All right, toodles. Hello, Sarah.
Hi there.
So how's it going in The Godfather?
We're halfway through. I don't feel like I'm doing super well. I haven't been able to suitcase a lot of money, and I feel like I'm just overall being kind of inefficient. But I am tired. It's kind of late, so I'm willing to overlook it at this point. We are halfway through the game, and right now Nick has control of 4 districts or boroughs. Now, I only have control over 2, so I'm not doing super well on the area control either. But last game, last time we played this, I didn't have control over most of the boroughs for most of the game, and I still managed to eke out a win. So maybe we're gonna look at something like that this time around. Anyway, we are about to head into the third round. We do need to put out another business. I'm just remembering. So we've got 1, 2. This one's gonna go over here. So heading into the third round, how do you feel?
I feel all right. Well, I got the dirty cop in the game, and he allows me to push people out and move them, so I can keep kind of control of everything. I don't know. I thought I was winning our last game, and then you had actually beat me. So maybe I don't feel like I'm doing too hot this time, and maybe I'll be surprised and eke out a win.
I don't think either one of us feel like we're doing very hot, but I do feel like you might be doing a little bit better than me. Maybe.
I don't know. I don't think I've been suitcasing too much money. I've been completing a lot of jobs, but we'll see how that ends up helping me in the end. Because every type of job I have more than you do. At the end of the game, I get $5. Every borough I have that has more of my chips, not that's on top, but more of my chips, I will get $5, which is like 5 victory points in this game. And so, who knows? Maybe I'll pull out a win. I thought I was winning last time. Maybe if I don't feel like I'm winning, maybe a reverse day. I'll actually win.
I don't feel like I'm winning either, so then...
Are we going to neutralize that then? Oh my goodness. But again, I really enjoy this game. This is one of Sarah's favorite area control games. And just plus when you add the painted miniatures, it's just like, this is a very complete experience and very immersive experience. And we really appreciate, again, Vernon doing these for us. And we all can't wait to show you all Clank's painted miniatures. Because, again, it's just really cool. Really puts you in the game and immerses you. But back to how I feel like I'm doing The Godfather. Hopefully me being, like, job heavy will end up helping me. But who knows? This is a great game, and if you all haven't played it yet, it's an older one. But definitely go back and try to hunt it down or find someone with it.
I will say, we've played this several times at 2 players.
Yes.
We've only played it maybe a few times with more than 2 players. I feel like for me, this is so much better at 2 players than at other player counts that I would always rather play this as a strictly 2-player game than a higher player count.
Yeah, because the board gets very clustered and there's a lot more.
I don't even have problems with that. I feel like the tug of war that can that's sort of fostered by the mechanics of this game when only 2 players are playing, I feel like that is just a really, really tight game. And I feel like the more players you add, the looser it gets. And it's nothing like breaks down or anything like that, but I just feel like this game really, really shines as a 2-player because it stays so tight and it's really a head-to-head sort of tug of war, and I don't know, I just feel like it gets a little
muddied.
Yeah, a little bit muddied when there are more players. So I really, really like this at 2, not so much at the higher player counts.
Yeah, we had a count of, I think, at 4, and that was just a very different game than the 2-player game, a very different feel, and it was just like, it wasn't our cup of tea. We love this at a 2-player count.
Yeah.
And really enjoy it. But yeah, so let's get back to it, and we will see who is the winner and loser of The Godfather from Simon Games. Alright, see you guys in a sec. Toodles! Hello, Sarah. So, how goes it?
Not well. There's bloody horse heads in the sheets.
Good gosh. It's got violent quick.
So, the game is over. We've played through all 4 acts. Nick won by more than 30 points, I think. So... He really smashed face. Nick is very good at the area control portion of this game, and he did acquire 25 points right at the end of the game just for the areas that he controlled at the end of the game. So huge lead that Nick was able to acquire. He also beat me on the number of each type of job completed at the end of the game. I think I won one of those, and then you won the rest.
Actually, I think we tied. So
perhaps, yeah.
It was a friendly ties.
Yeah, it's friendly ties, and that means both players get the reward for if we both complete the same number of the same type of job or contract. So I got $5 for completing that one, but he also got $5 for completing that one, and then he beat me on the other 3. So not only did he get $25 just for the area control he had at the end of the game, he also got an additional $20 just for all of the jobs that he'd completed. So Nick smashed face. What did you think of the game, Nick?
I really enjoyed it. Again, area control, worker placement. It was definitely a competitive feeling, and it also really hurt when your characters were knocked off the map by being gunned down.
Yeah, a couple of my dudes got tossed in the Hudson this previous round. They were gunned down by a dirty cop, and then I think somebody got car bombed or something like that. So yeah, it can hurt a lot. I really like in this game, especially when you're playing at a 2-player count, how tight it feels. It's not as tight as some other games, maybe like Power Grid or Tesla versus Edison or something like that, where you can make like one mistake in the game and it can cost you the entire game, like right then and there. It doesn't quite feel that tight, which I'm glad of, because games like that tend to be a little hard for me to play, just because if I do make that mistake, that one mistake that's going to cost me the game,
and you can pinpoint that.
As soon as I know, I just get so angry with myself for not, recognizing that it was going to cost me the game before I did it. So I don't like games that are quite that tight, just because of my own mental frustrations with myself when I play games like that in a subpar way. So it's not quite that tight, but it's still pretty tight at 2 players, and you really have to be calculating, and you have to manipulate the game to your advantage. And so I really like this as a 2-player game, and playing with the painted miniatures was just so cool. I feel like it elevated the experience so much. It just dragged the theme into the game even more than it already is, and it just brought the whole experience even more to life. It looks amazing. It was really neat to play with the painted miniatures. So thank you again, Vernon. If you are interested in having miniatures from your tabletop games painted, Vern does do commissions. So check out his contact information in the link in the description below.
We'll go ahead and direct you guys to his Instagram page, and you can message him on his Instagram page and be like, hey, can I give you money and you make my miniatures look pretty?
They really, really add so much to the game, so much aesthetics and so much flavor. And it was really, really cool to have them in the game this way. So yeah, what else did you think of the game, Nick?
I liked the ending of having, just the ending of getting more points through the build-up throughout the game, and then also having the most the points on the board controlled, and it also got me a lot of points, so at the end it definitely boosted me up. But I just really liked doing the jobs were a lot of fun. Bidding for other additional characters was a lot of fun. Again, the painted minis just added to the experience a lot, and really enjoyed this game. This is a bang-up job of designing. It was, I think, Eric Lang design, and he did a really good job on this one. I really can't say enough good things about it.
I really like
at 2 players, and we've talked about adding more, but as a 2-player, this is a really, really good one.
Yeah. And I really like the way it looks, even without the painted miniatures. They are phenomenal. They step up the table presence of the game 110% for sure. But even without the miniatures being painted, I like the way that the game looks. The rule book it's not filled with flavor text, but it does have little quotes from the book and the movie, and it has what I consider to be just really lovely art all throughout the rule book. There's just kind of this, I'm not sure exactly what style this is, but I just think that this is really attractive artwork, and the whole game, not just the rule book, but everything in the game looks very coordinated. It all looks like it goes together. It somehow matches the theme. It's not always very attractive, you know, but I think that, this is a game about the mob and terrible things that the mob does. But I think that it all looks amazing, and it looks like it should look this way, right? Like the gameplay looks like the art style matches the game, the way that the game feels, you know? So I really just like the overall presentation of this game. I think the theme fits the mechanics really, really well. And I think that even if you're not a fan of the Godfather franchise, whether that's the books or the movies or whatever, like I said at the beginning, I've never read the book. I've never watched any of the movies, but I still really appreciate this game. I just think that it's well themed. I think that the theme is well implemented. And I think that it's fun. And if you like worker placement, if you like more aggressive games, if you like area control, if you like The Godfather, if you like any of those things, I would definitely give this one a try. Yeah.
Awesome. Well, again, this is our vlog on The Godfather Corleone's Empire with painted miniatures from Vernon Piper. He's also works on a bunch of the Dice Tower stuff. And yeah, so this concludes our vlog episode, and we'll see you guys next time. Toodles!